New York Jets had arguably the best free agency period out of all 32 NFL teams. They just, from left to right, they really addressed a lot of needs. And I loved it. I really did. I felt like they really brought in a lot of solid talent, and they also didn't necessarily overspend for a lot of guys either because, again, I think they found that happy medium. But let's not talk about it anymore. Let's quickly go over the Jets' free agency and a lot of good things that they did. So you talk about, obviously, the first signing we want to talk about, Lamarcus Tomlinson, bringing in a guard that, started. He has not missed a lot of time. He has started, 17 games. He started all 17 games for the 49ers during the regular season, also a couple of playoff games. And he's a guy that, honestly, he's just an immediate upgrade. As you can see here, 75.9 PFF grade, also had over 1,100 snaps last year. Yeah, 3-year, $40 million deal, $27 million in guarantees. That's what GT means. I didn't know what the abbreviation for guaranteed is, but whatever. That's what ours is. So, yeah, this is clearly an A. You really start to shore up that offensive line, get Zach Wilson or potential quarterback of the future some help. Hopefully keep Zach Wilson. But also they signed tight end C.J. Uzomah, who had 49 catches, 493 yards, and 5 touchdowns last year. 3-year deal worth $27 million, $15 million in guarantees. I love this signing because C.J. Uzomah really showed out for the Bengals last year. He was a big reason as to why that passing game really opened up, and I think he could do a lot of good things for the Jets. I really do. They also brought in another tight end. We'll get into him in a second because I'm a Vikings fan, a little salty, but I also am really happy for Tyler Conklin, but we'll get into that in a second. Signed DJ Reid as well. I thought this is them making moves to help shore up that secondary. There was some question marks kind of moving in forward, obviously, with that secondary, but obviously DJ Reid comes in and helps kind of alleviate some of those. Also, he had 78 tackles last year, 2 picks, and a 78.6 PFF grade. It was a 3-year deal with $33 million. Worth $33 million and $10.5 million guaranteed. And then we get to Tyler Conklin. This hurt as a Vikings fan. I'm not going to lie to you. This guy is a quality player, really stepped up last year when Irv Smith Jr. went down, and I love it. I'm really happy for the Jets. I'm really happy for Tyler Conklin. He's going to be a quality player for him. Can you talk about that 1-2 punch of C.J. Uzomah and Tyler Conklin? I love it. I absolutely love it. 61 catches, 593 yards, and 3 touchdowns last year for a guy like Tyler Conklin. 3-year deal worth $20.5 million, $10 million in guarantees. I love it. I love Tyler Conklin. He's earned it. Also signed defensive end Jacob Martin away from, I believe it was the Texans, who actually, he could really do some damage coming off the edge. He had 23 tackles and 4 sacks last year. 3-year deal worth $13.5 million, $6 million in guarantees. They also signed defensive tackle Solomon Thomas. This is an A to me. I loved this signing. We're talking about a guy that really revived his career last year with the Raiders. 35 tackles, 3.5 sacks, a 1-year deal worth $2.25 million. Cheap, quality player that's going to be able to come in on third downs, and you love it. You love it. $1.9 million in guarantees there. That's some great value. You absolutely love that. Also signed Jordan Reid. DJ Reid and Jordan Reid. You're going to have a couple of reads there on the back end. You love it. 73 tackles last year, 2 picks, and a 74.9 PFF grade. 2-year deal worth $14.5 million, $7 million in guarantees. Love it. Showing up that secondary. This is going to be a really good secondary moving forward. Now, moving back to the players that they specifically re-signed that I saw, they also re-signed Lamarcus Joyner. If I'm not mistaken, I think he tore his triceps, which that's rough, absolutely rough. But it's a 1-year deal, very team-friendly, $2.6 million, $2.1 guaranteed. They also brought back Mcdermott, who played 135 snaps last year. I believe he had an injury, but it is what it is. 68.4 PFF grade, 1 year, $1.5 million, $450,000 guaranteed. Now, they really need to address center in the draft. I think it's kind of an underrated need, but they definitely need to go after a center in the draft or guard. Guard's fine. Go after a center. Help yourself out, please. Luke Wattenberg, whoever, Tyler Linderbaum, trade back up in the first. I don't care. Make it happen. Go get a starting center and just have fun with it. They also re-signed quarterback Joe Flacco. I really like this re-signing. Nobody's really talking about it, though. This is actually really a quality re-signing. If Zach Wilson does not pan out, it's the most important position in sports. You need to be able to have a quarterback that can lead your team. Now, he doesn't need to be, Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't need to be, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert. Doesn't need to be that type of a talent. But if he can win games, which I think Joe Flacco can do at this day and age, I'm really excited about that re-signing because you get a contingency plan just in case. Can we also, if Kirk Cousins went to the Jets, I think this would have really been different. But overall, You get guys like Joe Flacco. He got a 1 year, $3.5 million contract with $2.85 million in guarantees. Again, great insurance policy, great veteran that could, if need be, take over for Wilson if he's not getting it done or if he gets injured. Also, re-signed center Dan Feeney, played in 16 games, started 5 last year. Total of 185 snaps from what I had seen. Also 75.9 PFF grade, 1 year deal with that's fully guaranteed. I don't love the deal, but I do like the player. I think he can still come in and do some great things for the Jets moving forward. Also re-signed wide receiver Braxton Burio, 46 catches, 431 yards, 4 touchdowns last year. It was a 1 year deal, a 2-year deal. I was looking out there at Nathan Shepard's deal. It was a 2-year deal worth $12 million with $7 million in guarantees. I like it. You're keeping a wide receiver around. You're probably gonna have to go wide receiver heavy in this draft. That's fine. There's a lot of good things, a lot of good wide receivers in this draft. Now down to Nathan Shepard. Had 28 tackles last year. He's a good depth piece. 50.8 PFF grade, 1 year deal. Love it. Only 1.08 million total, 50,000 guaranteed. He's going to come in and compete. You love it. That's a quality depth piece right there. Re-signed running back Tevin Coleman, 400 total yards, no touchdowns last year, but hey, Carter and all them, I think he's going to help round out some quality depth and do some great things. 1 year deal worth $1.5 million. But overall, yep, that's it. That's what the Jets did in free agency. They really shored up a lot of needs, and obviously we came out with our mock draft. And I think, honestly, if the mock draft falls like that, and coupled with this free agency, you absolutely love to have it. You love it. I think this is going to be some quality things moving forward for the Jets, and they absolutely killed it in free agency. I think they got an A in this free agency period. Didn't overspend in any way. I felt like they really addressed a lot of needs and did it in a very financially friendly way. Probably you want to use a better term for that, but I don't care. Barely had my coffee this morning. Give me a break. Anyway, those are our New York Jets free agency grades. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. In the description down below, you find all of our social media platforms. Give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think of our New York Jets free agency grades.